Hi Chivermanos, how are you? As you might already know, Ricardo Marin, after a beautiful cross by Alan Mozo, scored El Rebaño's 4,000th goal in the history of professionalism in Mexican football. That's right, it's been 4,000 goals for Chivas since professionalism arrived in 1943, and today we are going to review some milestones, some of the goals that marked landmarks. For El Rebaño Sagrado, we are reviewing the first goal, the 100th goal, the 500th goal, 1,000, 2,000 and 3,000. So stay here because you are going to find goals by the well-known and well-remembered Pablo González, also known as Pablotas, or also Eduardo de la Torre, also known as Yayo de la Torre. So stay here to remember some of the legends of the red and white, to remember some of the historic milestone goals in the last 80 years. The goal you're watching right now is El Guadalajara's 4,000th goal in club history during the Mexican football professional era, and Ricardo Marin, throughout his hard work and sacrifice throughout the tournament, earned the bragging rights of scoring Chivas' 4,000th goal. And since there are countless of stories behind 4,000 goals, here we tell you a few that relate to the red and white landmarks. And since the history of Chivas is the history of Mexican football, we go back all the way to the early days, specifically to the days of Pablo González, also known as Pablotas, who scored El Guadalajara's first goal in First Division back in 1943 in a 4-1 win against Atlante. It was the first of two goals by Pablo González in that memorable afternoon that took place 80 years ago, when the scoring tally now sits at 4,000 began. El Rebaño's 100th goal arrived a few years later, specifically in April 1945, when Manuel Lopez scored against Moctezuma in a 6-1 road win for El Guadalajara. We made it to 500 in a goal from a legend such as Tomás Balcázar. El Chicharito's grandfather scored against Marte in a 5-0 win in November 1952. That Guadalajara team was already building something special that would start to flourish during the second half of the 50s. The 1,000th goal for the red and white arrived during the sweetest time of El Campeonísimo, concretely in November of 1963, in what was the first title of El Bicampeonato during the mid-60s, and the 6th title overall. It was scored by Javier Barba during a 5-0 win against Irapuato. Eduardo de la Torre, also known as Yayo de la Torre, scored the 2,000th goal during a September 1984 2-0 win against Zacatepec. 19 years went by until Jair Garcia scored a fantastic scissor kick to tie the match against Colibríes on March of 2003. Just like Marin's goal on Sunday, El Rebaño's 3,000th goal arrived on an away game to tie the match at 1-1. And the latest milestone, the goal 4,000, scored by Ricardo Marin on Sunday while visiting Toluca. I hope that you've enjoyed this special. Remember that reaching 4,000 goals is not an everyday thing, and we gotta be proud of the beautiful history of the red and white. Remember that we have El Clásico Tapatío coming ahead, and it will be on the screen of Telemundo Deportes for the United States, kicking off at 7 p.m. Central Mexican Time, 8 p.m. Central Time of the United States. We still have 6 regular season matches left. We still have 18 points to fight for. And remember that if you'd like to follow El Rebaño Sagrado through the rest of the tournament, follow our English Twitter account at CHIVAS_EN_ to stay tuned on the everyday red and white actuality. Let's really hope to get the 3 points on Saturday. I am Alfredo Rodriguez. This has been a special edition, a 4,000 goals edition of We Go Chi News. And as always, arriba las Chivas.